The Society of Philippine Motoring Journalists, or SPMJ, in cooperation with the Association of Vehicle Importers and Distributors, or AVID, held the 4th SPMJ Forum centering on the use of electric vehicles in the country in the near future. Innovations here and there, the local automotive industry also has its turn. In the recent forum, SPMJ invited Dr. Fita Aldaba, DTI Undersecretary for Innovation and Competitiveness, to tackle about this. Yusek Aldaba cited existing EV policies of the government. Over at the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, the agency is implementing the Clean Air Act.
DNR is implementing the Clean Air Act, which would already has phased out Euro 2 to Euro 4.
DTI Bureau of Investments, on the other hand, has investments and priorities plan.
At the BOI, on the Investment Priorities Plan, wherein we are also incentivizing EV and charging stations.
Meanwhile, the Department of Energy spearheads an e-trike project.
DOE also has a program, the e-trike project, which is deploying 100,000 units of e-trikes all over the country in order to replace the traditional gasoline-fed tricycles.
Department of Science and Technology's CHARM and the DOTR's PUVMP are the department's programs on e-vehicles.
DOST has an existing program which is called CHARM, or Charging in Minutes, and it provides a rapid charging system and smart battery control unit.
Aside from the mentioned existing policies, also in line in both houses filed by our lawmakers.
Right now, we also have EV bills, both at the House and the Senate, which would provide additional incentives such as excise tax duty exemption, VAT exemption for raw materials, parts, and capital equipment to be used in EV manufacturing, along with priority in registration and issuance of plate numbers, exemption from the Unified Vehicular Volume Reduction, free parking space, priority in PUV franchise application, and space for charging station.
In a survey presented by Yusek Aldaba, it can be seen that the Filipinos are very open to the use of electric vehicles in the country.
From the Frost and Sullivan survey, they asked 1,800 respondents in Southeast Asia. And what they found from the survey is that in terms of the openness to buy an EV, actually, Philippines is the highest. 46% of the Filipinos interviewed are open to buying an EV. Thailand follows at 44%, and then Indonesia at 41%.
The government is promoting XEV, or the electrified vehicle, as well as EV manufacturing to further develop an EV ecosystem, according to Yusek Aldaba.
In building the Philippine XEV ecosystem, we need to encourage EV adoption in order for us to address the severe air pollution and the threats to public health. And at the same time, we are promoting EV and XEV manufacturing, as well as the building of charging infrastructures.
The government and the academe also play a vital role in the development of the EV structure.
The Philippine EV strategy is going to be implemented through strong government-academe industry collaboration in order to facilitate the adoption of EV as well as new technologies and new business models.
For her part, AVID President Maria Fe Perez Agudo said that being part of this event is important to their organization, as through this, the government is able to express its part in the future of the automotive industry.
This afternoon is important for us because we were able to really express the views of the government sector, represented by no less than the Undersecretary Fita Aldaba, the head of the Innovative and Competitiveness Department of the Board of Investments and Department of Trade and Industry, on a very, very timely topic, which is the electric vehicle industry and the directions of the electric vehicle industry, which is called the Industry 4.0 for Philippines.
That was the 4th SPMJ Forum, centering on the Philippine automotive industry beyond 2020, with insights from Yusek Fita Aldaba and in cooperation with Avid headed by Ms. Fe Perez Agudo. Our guests this week on Motoring Today's Motoring Forum, courtesy of Suzuki Philippines.